Note. So right now the class is gonna start. The first word we have is is a group of words client, professional, professionalized. Please remember to use these words on the payment service server. So first of all, I'm going to use the sticky note to demonstrate all the words for you. And after you study with me, please write everything into your notebook. All these words, all these phrases should be written in the notebook because this is the way for you to memorize the words. Good afternoon. This is such a very peaceful and cozy afternoon. I'm going to choose purple. All right, a purple sticky note. It's going to suit our mood right now. Okay, so here the first word we have is the word client. Client. And yeah, please remember client and customer are not the same. Customer are no people coming to your place and buying your service, or buying your products, but a client, that is a loyal customer. A loyal customer means that the customer will never leave you. The customer will use your service, your products for so long. So that is it. And here, okay, first I have the word like professional, an adjective, professionalize, okay, professionalize, an action verb, and organize, action verb, organization, noun, and then organizational, all right, organizational. So let's use these words in our situation. So this is the way that we study. We study everything by speaking script, and I'm going to use the book in order to help you. The book I'm going to use today is a C1 and C2 again, C1 and C2 again. Know what's what? Right here, we need to combine with the idioms, okay? Know what's what. This is the idiom that we need to know, that we need to use, that we need to make situations, that we need to practice into real life, into reality. So here, know what's what. It's not like a question. It doesn't mean, do you know what? No, it's not a question. It just means we know what is important at the present. We know what is important at this moment. So when you know something is important, you say, know what's what. You know what's what. Yeah, the intonation, the way that you speak is gonna sound a bit more serious. Like, you know what, you know what's what. Yeah, you should just say, you know what's what. It doesn't have any feelings. So the way that you speak is gonna impact the meaning of the idea. Okay, so let's practice these words. It looks boring because these words are so easy. Here, okay, each of us is gonna have 1 minute for speaking. Something is going on with the internet connection. Okay, guys, please be careful. These days, everything is going to be so wrong when it comes to internet. All right, so let's get started. 1 minute and 55 seconds for me. I need to become a professional person. What is a professional person? First, I have to professionalize my appearance. I have to professionalize my style. I have to professionalize the clothes that I wear on my body. So that is how I make myself become professional. If I want to be professional in the way that I teach, or if I want to become a professional, I have to assure people that I will inspire them. I will inspire them by my professionalization. The way that I professionalize my style is that inspiring. People look at me, they think I am a professional. And they think that I have an organization to work for me. But in fact, I do not have an organization. I just organize everything in my life to look professional. So when I organize, my day, I know what I should do, and I know what I shouldn't do, and I know what I should buy, and I know what I don't need to buy, so that I can save lots of money. And I can organize my students into groups so that I will be able to teach every kind of students, and I don't need to hire anybody to work for me. So I can say that I have an organizational way to organize, okay, to organize a schedule for me, okay, to live such a meaningful day. And I know what's what. So I know the most important thing so that I can make everything happen. So that is my situation. When you say, yeah, 1 minute and 55 seconds is already done, and I have shown you, okay, how to use these words. Professional. Đây là cái tính từ cũng là danh từ. Nhưng mà tính từ thì gọi là chuyên nghiệp, còn danh từ thì gọi là người chuyên nghiệp. Thế nhưng mình gọi là a professional person thì mình có thể nói là I want to become professional. Và một số người thì người ta chỉ biết từ professional là tính từ thôi, chứ người ta không biết từ professional là danh từ. Cho đó một số người nói rằng là mình nói là I am a professional thì gọi là sai, không phải mình sai mà gọi là họ chưa biết đủ số lượng từ trong tiếng Anh. Cho nên thì cái từ professional vừa là tính từ vừa là danh từ nha. Professionalize có nghĩa là mình chuyên nghiệp hóa. Chuyên nghiệp hóa là gì? Công nghiệp hóa là gì? Nông nghiệp hóa là gì? Chuyên nghiệp hóa cái gì mà một cái từ mà đứng ở phía sau nó có cái từ hóa đó, rất đơn giản, mình chỉ cần hiểu nó là mình làm cho cái đó nó trở thành một cái nọ. Tôi chuyên nghiệp hóa có nghĩa là tôi làm cho ai đó trở thành chuyên nghiệp, tôi làm cho cái gì đó trở thành chuyên nghiệp. Tôi nông nghiệp hóa có nghĩa là tôi làm cho cái vùng đất nào đó mạnh ở lĩnh vực nông nghiệp. Như vậy khi mình dùng cái từ professionalize có nghĩa là mình chuyên nghiệp hóa, mình làm cho cái gì đó trở nên chuyên nghiệp. Mình có thể chuyên nghiệp hóa cái phong cách sống của mình có thể chuyên nghiệp hóa cái đồng phục của mình có thể chuyên nghiệp hóa cái kỹ năng giao tiếp của mình có thể chuyên nghiệp hóa cái kỹ năng mà gọi là thuyết phục của mình, và mình cũng có thể chuyên nghiệp hóa cái kỹ năng mềm gọi là cái kỹ năng thuyết trình ấy của mình. Cho nên thì khi mà muốn nói trong tiếng Anh thì mình phải biết nhiều cái lĩnh vực nha. Organize đây được gọi là tổ chức, không phải là cái từ tổ chức lúc nào mình cũng nghĩ đến là tổ chức sự kiện. Nếu mà nghĩ như thế thì nó rất là chán, tại vì nghĩ có một chiều tổ chức ở đây mình có thể dùng cái chữ tổ chức này cho bất cứ cái gì trong cuộc sống của tôi cũng được. Tôi tổ chức một ngày của tôi. Tổ chức ngày là gì? Tổ chức một ngày để tôi làm việc, để tôi sống, để tôi được vui chơi, để tôi được giải trí, hoặc là tôi tổ chức ngày của tôi. Trong ngày của tôi vẫn được giải trí, tôi vẫn được vui chơi, tôi vẫn được làm việc hết mình, và tôi vẫn được gọi là đi ra ngoài, ok, tôi có thể cân bằng tất cả mọi thứ. Như vậy cái từ tổ chức mình có thể dùng bất cứ cái gì, miễn là mình nói được là mình tổ chức cái đó một cách phù hợp, và mình tổ chức một cái việc gì đó một cách mà gọi là hợp lý để mình có thể sử dụng thời gian hiệu quả. Đó được gọi là tổ chức về mặt hiệu quả thời gian và tổ chức về mặt hiệu quả cái vị trí của cái địa lý. Organization có nghĩa là một cái tập đoàn, một cái group of people working for you. Organizational liên quan đến tổ chức. Như vậy cái từ tổ chức của tiếng Việt vừa là động từ mà vừa là tính từ. Tôi có một cái hệ thống tổ chức. I have an organizational system. Có nghĩa là cái system này, okay, this system is well organized. This system is effectively organized. That is organizational. So, all right, I know what's what. Tôi biết cái gì, tôi biết cái gì trước cái gì sau mà. Tôi biết cái đó là cái gì. Tôi biết hết toàn bộ. Tôi biết cái điều quan trọng nhất của cái vấn đề. Như vậy mình biết trước biết sau. Người ta sẽ gọi là I know what's what. That is it. Okay. So here, show me the situation, Gracie. Just think of a situation. So, what's up, Gracie?
I think it's important to be professional at work. That mean we have to wear clean clothes and be nice when we talk to people. We have to keep our work area clean and do our work on time, and that's so we are good worker. My mom also talk to clients, and clients are the people the people have her company to develop. And my mom has to be really nice to the client, and she always listen what the client needs. That's all.
Very good. Although I don't get the word quant, but after I listen to you, I thoroughly understand everything you say, and that is a way, okay, for us to explain the meaning to other people when we use, okay, a word that is no, or that is specific in a field of business. Very good. And here, okay, please try to use the idea of know was what. Before you have a second time, a second chance for you to represent to me, okay, your work again. I need to go on with another example, another word. Here we have the word like in return for something. You do something in return for, like I help you, and I help you today. Today I help you, but next month you will give me something in return for my help. You will give me a gift in return for my help, or I help you to do your homework. Next week you are gonna buy me breakfast in return for my support. So that is in return for. We do something in return for something. In return for can be used at the beginning of a sentence. And you can see the word for. We know that after for we need to use a noun in English, subverb verb, all right, and then subverb verb, and in return for something. So they can be used at the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. It depends on you. Okay, please look at the structure of a sentence. When you use in return for at the beginning of the sentence, it's gonna have a comma like this. A comma like this. And if you use in return for at the end of the sentence, it doesn't have any commas. So please be careful. Next, I have the word like return. I return, okay, I return to somewhere, or I return home. It means I come back home. People often forget this word when it comes to the meaning of coming back, or to give back something to somebody, which means you return something to somebody, okay, to somebody. It means you give back something to somebody. That is the case of this word. And here we have another word like substantial fees. Substantial. It's been a long time I haven't used this word. Something substantial, something okay, essential, something which is really important. Don't use the word important anymore, because we've been using the word important for almost 6 months already. Right now we need to move on to the other words which have the same meanings. Substantial, the same as important. Essential, the same as important. So why don't we use these words, right? Here, okay, the meaning is good. It's not important anymore. Important is just important doesn't sound serious. But when you say something content, it is really important. So please be careful. And here I have a phrase for you to use, that is to do some subverb up, and then we have the phrase under miss, okay, apprehension, under misapprehension, apprehension, miss, all right, misapprehension, under misapprehension, apprehension. So here is a word for us to use, a very long word. When you say something is under misapprehension, it means you don't understand it or you wrongly understand it. Here, okay, people can say that I don't understand it. I fail to understand it. When you fail to do something, it means you cannot do it. You fail to understand it, or you misunderstand it. You will use something under misapprehension or misunderstand. What does it mean, misunderstand? It means you wrongly understand something. Misunderstand, the same as wrongly understand or wrongly understand. So let's start. I want to return to the age of 20 years old. If I could, I would tell myself at the age of 20 years old, I would tell myself that I had to study harder and had to work harder in order to raise against my father's age, because every parent is already old and every parent needs a mature child, a successful child, if the parent is lucky. So if I could return to the age of 20 years old, at that time, I would tell myself to focus harder on everything that I had been doing in order for me, okay, to jump higher and nicer in the future. So that is what I would do if I could come back to the age of 20 years old. And when somebody helps me, I would do something in return for their help, because I don't want to owe anybody anything. Oh, all right. The first time you pronounce this word, it's gonna sound weird. Oh, I don't want to owe anybody anything. So I would try to do something in return for their help. Studying knowledge is power. People say that when you talk and you use the phrase "people say that," it it sounds very it sounds like you make it up. It sounds fake. It doesn't sound true. So instead of saying "people say that," you should say "it is said that." It is said that. All right. It is said that. This is the passive voice structure. Instead of saying "people say that," you can say "it is said that." It is said that. Knowledge is power, and knowledge is substantial. Is a substantial step before you can have a chance to gain experience. People these days will not allow people to get experience. They only allow people to work to obtain experience, when people have knowledge. All right, acquire. I use the word obtain, get, acquire for everything. If you want to use get, okay, you can use obtain and acquire. Here, okay, and here it is said that experience is not the only thing. It's not the only factor for you to get a job. That thought is under misapprehension. If you don't have knowledge, people will not give you a chance to work for them. The reason for their rejection is that they cannot let people with a knowledge work, because people with a knowledge will cause lots of troubles. If you don't have knowledge, you will do so many wrong things. You don't have knowledge, you will make lots of mistakes. So when when people say that, I don't need you to have knowledge, I only need you to have experience. That, okay, they are thinking under misapprehension. They are thinking in the wrong way. Okay, they understand in a wrong way. So people should get knowledge instead. People should get knowledge before they acquire experience. This thought is under misapprehension. So here in my case, I have shown you a way to use these words. Right now, John, you can look at these words and try to give me a situation. So let's go crazy. Show me your situation and please try to use the phrase under apprehension, under misapprehension. So
My mom said if I eat all my vegetables, she will let me go out with my friend, and in return for eat my vegetable, no, my mom said if I eat all my vegetable, she will let me go out with my friend, and I eat all my vegetable, and I can go out. I feel very excited. Under misapprehension.
oh no, misapprehension. Misapprehension.
Under misapprehension,
Yes.
I thought I would have to do the dishes too, but my mom just want me to finish my dinner, and that's all.
Very good. Under misapprehension, I have to do the dishes, but my mom tells me to complete my homework. So I misunderstand my mom's demands and orders. You do something under misapprehension, or you can say that I am under misapprehension that I have to study many new words by learning the pronunciation and learning by heart the definitions, which means I am under misapprehension that I have to learn new words by learning pronunciations and learning by heart the definitions. What does this sentence mean, crazy? What does it mean? Can you show me? Can you show me the meaning of it? What does it mean? And how do you understand this sentence? And I'm going to repeat the sentence again. I am under misapprehension that we have to learn by I am under misapprehension that we learn English by learning by learning words pronunciation and learning by heart words definition. So what does this sentence mean? What does it mean?
This means if you learning English, if the way you learning English is learn the word by your heart, this is wrong way, because if you do it, you can't understand English, and this is fail to understand English.
Very good. It is photo, and please remember that when you use an action verb, you're gonna use to be verb. We don't use an action verb together. So you have to be careful, right? Have to be careful. Okay, so that is the word misapprehension. Okay. All right, so right now we are gonna move to the word substantial. When you write, you will use the word substantial a lot. You can say that the data rises substantially. When something increases substantially, or when something falls substantially, it means it falls so hard, it increases so hard. Okay, that is the point of it, of this word. Okay, so please, when you go on the when you return to your hometown, please carry the phone with you, because I'm gonna record myself and I'm gonna upload every videos on my on your YouTube, on your YouTube playlist, and you can, that is those are the recorded videos of me teaching only. It's not an online class, so you can listen to those lectures and you can get the meanings. You shouldn't forget the vocabs or the grammar, because your examination is coming nearer each day. Next word, next word, colleague, 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 just people working with you. That is it. Colleague is for people working with you. Colleague, not college. If you say college, okay, that means you failed to go to the university. So the first goal that you should study is college. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail in the university entrance exam. You can begin to study from college first, and then you will study in the university. Female academic. I love to use the word academic. When something is academic, it means something is about education, something is about learning, something is about learning, something is about education. I have to make up my mind. I have to bear in mind. All right, we have make up my mind, for example. The first phrase, make up my mind. The second one that is cross my mind. Okay, the same is the word like slip my mind, slip my mind, and have in mind, have in mind. All right, I have this in my mind. Bear in mind, bear in mind. Here, let's practice these words. Colleague. I don't work with many colleagues. I have only a few people to work with me. And the school that I have graduated is called college, and it makes people think that I have graduated. I have graduated from college, not university. That is a big misapprehension. People, people think of my school as college, not as university, under misapprehension. College in America is considered to be two kinds of schools. First, it is a college, actually a college, a kind of school where you will study if you cannot go to the university. And the second kind of college is a state university, a state university. So college is a university and college is a real college. That is those are two ways, those are two meanings of the word college in America. So we have to double check the academic program when we enroll in a school. So, or you have to double check the academic brands of school before you enroll in that school, because some schools have a title of college, and it's gonna make people people think of that school as college, not as university. And when people think of your school as college, under you will find yourself, you will find people looking at you in another way, and that is such big misapprehension. So you have to make up you have to make up your mind. You have to make a decision whether, okay, you will choose this school with the real name, okay, with the real title of university, or whether you should make up your mind on choosing the school with the title college. Make up somebody's mind. It means you make a decision. You have to make up your mind. You have to make a quick decision. You have to make up your mind. If not, I'm gonna leave you right here because I have to go. I cannot wait for you anymore. So that is make up somebody's mind. Cross my mind. I am talking to you right now on a thought, an idea just crosses my mind. And I have this idea already in my mind. And I try to transfer the idea to you in situation making context. I bear this situation in mind. It means I keep this situation in mind, or it means I am thinking about this situation in mind, or this situation is under consideration. The word that we studied yesterday, something under consideration, right? So when you have something in mind, when you bear something in mind, it means you keep thinking about that thing. And that thing is under consideration. So let's go crazy. Show me your situation for these words. This is the list of words, the third list of words. Let's go crazy. So
my college and I attend the same college, where we studied academic subject together, and we would often discuss for our future plans, and we trying to make up our minds about what to do after graduation. The idea of starting a business have crossed our minds, but I haven't fully not interested to that option, and now we just had in mind the role of completing our study successful.
very good. But there is always a but when it comes to English of yours these days. And here, why do I often say, okay, something of mine, something of yours, something of his, something of hers, something of theirs, something of ours, and something of you of yours already is. Like the last one. You can say this is my book, or another way that is this book is mine, right? This book is mine. Or if you want to have a subject, okay, like my book is really interesting. Or you can say the book of mine, the book of mine, no. Okay, please make sure of your pronunciation of N letter. The book of mine is really interesting. So this is the way. This is the way for us to use when it comes to mind, but in a different way, in a more creative way, but the right grammar, guys. Creative, but right in grammar. Here you say that I haven't, okay? I haven't interested to. We don't use to with interested. You have the word interested. Interested is a feeling for people. Interesting is for things. So you're interested in something, but interested is an adjective. If you want to say something, you feel something from the past till now. And if you want to use an adjective, okay, you should use been, okay, because to be with adjective and have been or have been, has been. This is how you use an adjective. I have been interested in English for 6 years already. I have been teaching English for more than 6 years. I have taught English for more than 6 years. So here, if you want to say something you have felt from the past to now, you are going to use adjective, but with the present perfect. That is have, has been, okay, that is it. So right here, we have to move on to the word make up my mind, cross my mind, have in mind, bear in mind, under consideration. And the phrase that we have learned, that is under misapprehension. We have to combine these things together. Under miss, okay, we have the second way for you to use this phrase. Under misapprehension, that if you want to join two sentences together and this phrase stands in the middle, you should use that in this situation. So this is my situation. Here is my situation. I have a concept in mind today. The ways of studying is a new way of studying is under consideration, because these days I have been bearing new ideas of business in mind. I keep thinking about those things, and when I start to think about business, I feel so interested in my plans. I don't know whether I will make my plans effective or whether I will act on my plans or not. I still bear those plans of mine in my mind. And I make lots of steps in order for me to make my plans come true. Those steps are under serious consideration, because if I want to make those steps easy and successful for me, I have to make sure those steps are practical. But things would never happen as planned. Things would always take a turn when we least expect. That is why we study. We think that when we study, we will be successful. This is misapprehension. This is a misapprehension about studying. Or you can say that you study under misapprehension that you have to serve your family. You study under misapprehension that you have to serve your family. In fact, your family doesn't need your support, doesn't need your financial assistance. They just need you to study well, perform well at school. So that is you, okay, thinking in the wrong way. Or these days, people think of studying as money digging. So they say that being a student is like giving money to every place for knowledge. This is another kind of misapprehension. So we study under misapprehension that we can make money from our knowledge, but knowledge is not enough. Knowledge should be combined with confidence, right? So those are my situation for you. In my situation, okay, I have in mind, bear in mind, you can say that I have something in my mind, or I bear something in my mind. But here, okay, people write it in short. So have what in mind or bear what in mind. And the phrase under consideration is very easy for you to use. You think about something carefully. But the phrase under misapprehension is a little bit difficult because it carries a very long meaning. You wrongly think about something. So you do something under misapprehension, it means you you wrongly do it, or you wrongly think about it. I go to America to make money. I go to America to make money. This is a wrong way of thinking, right? You can say that I go to America under misapprehension that I can make money. So when you know something is wrong in the way that you think, you can use under misapprehension that. So I go to America under misapprehension that I can make a lot of money. That is a wrong way of thinking because it's not easy to make lots of money in America. You can only make enough money in America. If you want to make lots of money, you should stay down. That is the fact. Or you can say that the way that you think about salary is under misapprehension. So something under misapprehension, it means something is wrongly thought about. So that is my situation. And here, okay, crazy, okay, please give me your situation. So let's go crazy.
I was under misapprehensions about the plan for the weekend. I couldn't make up my mind whether to go hiking or visit the museum. I have the idea of hiking have crossed my mind, but I decide to have the museum in mind instead. And it turned out to be a wonderful day, and I'm very glad I went with my final decision. That's all.
I do it based on my final decision. We don't use with decision. Based on or from my decision, my last decision. Be careful of the word with, because if you use with, people are gonna misunderstand. Okay. Although you make a few mistakes, it sounds much better right now. It sounds much better. And here I know that you don't have much time in this period, because you have to go back to your hometown, and you have to study lots of things at your Vietnamese school. So right now, I would like, please remember, whenever you receive the sticky notes from us, the notes of English words or structures, please write everything down into your notebook. Because if you don't write these things down, you will not remember. Writing is just a way for you to remember the words, and that is it. And right now, you should turn to read and listen based on the website of TOEIC. And I think that we should stop 4 minutes earlier, because you need to get ready, okay, to finish. I think that you should, okay, be up 4 minutes earlier to complete your assignments, TOEIC assignments on the website. All right, I'm going to end the Zoom right now. Have a nice afternoon and bye-bye. See you. Crazy.